Right, for some reason the alternator's decided to give up the ghost. It's now, I've tested it out, we've got a charging service light coming up on the dash, and we've got, when I've measured with the multimeter, I've got about 10 volts coming out of the alternator. I've checked it, the alternator, I've checked all the fuses, I've checked the alternator fuse as well. Nothing has made a difference. So this is only a 3.5 to 4 year old car, and the alternator's already gone after 40,000 miles, which is a bit odd. So this is the process. I've got another alternator coming. This is the process I've got now for doing the replacing the alternator. Okay. Right, let's get the engine cover off at the moment. Right, I have obviously got the battery on a reconditioned charge at the moment because it is a few years old. Right. So our alternator is just down here. 10mm bolt here and a 10mm bolt on the other on the top of the bolt. Out the way. Be careful not to damage anything. There we go. So that's the 3 bolts, the fuel filter cover. Separate this wiring out. So I'm going to unplug that one. That's out of the way. Take off the 2 bolts that hold the fuel filter to the housing. I'll see if I can do this without actually taking the fuel filter off completely. 2 bolts here. That is the fuel filter cover, isn't it? No, it's not. It unscrews. Just undo those. They don't come out fully, but we know that fuel filter is now loose in there. Let's get that out of the way so it doesn't break. It'll cover over it. So just move that out of the way. Right, so first one's here. I'm going to undo that one. Get that out. That one over here. Then we've got another 10mm here. There. That's a little nut. And then we've got the 10mm just in this 10mm spanner. 10mm just on the side here. Oh, that's going in. Attach that on the inside. Let me get that off. Yeah. And we've got one in here. I imagine. Plastic. The holes down here. Right. There we go. Put it in now. This is a 10mm. And now loosen that. Take that off. That's another bolt now. Right, and then we've probably got one. Probably just underneath here, I thought. Yep, fill a little hole right under the bottom there. Something there. Yep. We have one there. So you can see we have one about right there as well. Oh, so you've got to be careful you don't lose the little nut or bolt or whatever it is. And there's a little nut. It's 2 nuts, 2 bolts. Hold that bracket on. So we can see that it's loose now. Now we've got attach. There's another bolt that holds this filter on. I can just see it down there. Right down here. You can see there's just one right down the back here. You can see it just in there. There's to hold that, holds the filter on. So, got my little angle. Just find a little hole. There we go. There we go. Something like that. Right, they don't come out, they just stay there, so that's loose. So let's have a look at this now. So I can pull this filter out here. I'll try and just take that buzz in it. Little clips, they all come out easily if you just don't force them, don't need to force them. They all come out. Little ratchet. Oh, a bit tight, we'll be careful with that. In and out until it comes out nice and loose. Otherwise you end up breaking them if you're not careful, so it's easy to get out. Get that off there. A bit easier. Let's take these ones off. Away. not pulling on the wire. Just going to put that out on it as well, so we're not. Just wire out the way, so it's a lot easier to move stuff around. Just pull that out like that. So it slots out, so you can. Let me take that out now. Just be careful your point. Oops. Right, see that? I left that one in there. Okay, so it slots in there because there's a nightmare trying to get to that one. Okay, so that's the bracket out. Right. Oh, it's one of those funky things here again. Look, sitting on top of the alternator. What's that about? Why's that sitting on top of the alternator? It's a drain, it usually goes downwards. It's interesting, what is that? As you can see, a bit more access to the alternator now. And we will be able to get it out that way, but gently coercing the pipes. Gently does it. Might have to undo the fuel line, we'll see. But if we can avoid it, we'll try. Now the tensioner looks like it's right underneath. Tensioner to this belt looks like it's right underneath here. So I'm going to try and get some sort of tool in there in a minute. We'll have to work it out first. Right, there is your tensioner. It's a 15mm bolt and we've got to turn it clockwise to lift it up so we can release this belt. That is not a lot of room, so you do need a good decent spanner. Now I can't obviously film how I'm doing that because obviously I need two hands, so I'm going to put my camera back up. So in regards to this tensioner, I've actually got a proper tool that will get that out. But can I find it? No, so I'm going to have to buy this cheap tool off Amazon for the time being. I've searched everywhere. I'll probably lend it out to somebody. God knows who. Hey ho, doesn't matter. I'll get another one off the internet. Probably this one, about 15 quid. That'll do the job temporarily. And then we'll search for that proper one that I spent a few quid on before. Okay, let's try and get it off with another method. Oh, okay, I got it off. Ow. Right, that's it off. If you can see that, I have got it off there. Spanner's in there. It's not the proper method of using it. I have, like I say, I've got a proper tool for doing it, which we'll sort out later. This one here, you push in on the inside, on the outside there, and it'll come off. Then you've got this little socket, this little screw off. That's a 13mm. That's loose. Careful not to lose the nut. I nearly dropped it there. Ideally put your nuts and bolts in a separate tin. I know where everything goes because I've done enough cars in my time to know where things go. Right, now time to take your alternator off. Now I've got one bolt there and I've got one bolt right underneath there. And then they should, in theory, there's nothing holding on the back, should come off. That loose. Nicely come down done. One's out, that's the top one. And we'll have the bottom one underneath, down the bottom there. And where are you? Oh, where is it? Where are you? All the way down there. It's just underneath the pulley, you can feel it. Just right underneath there. Alright, what I might do is I might take that out, pull the alternator forward a bit. do that one. Take that bolt out first. That one now. Give that a go. Just, you know, it just does it. That's it, and there she undoes. It's going loose now. Coming loose. Take that off. Can I get it with my hand? I can get it with my hand. That's it coming out. Is that the same length? Exactly the same one. Exactly the same length, yeah. Bottom and top exactly the same. Now it's a matter of wiggling it off. I just need a little help just to leave it off a little bit. See it come in? Yeah. It's just a bit of leaving it off. There we go, loose. This is loose now. She's coming. There we go. Right, she is loose. Now, it's a matter of getting it out. Let's just get rid of those lacy pipes. There we go. And there we are. The alternator is out. So taking apart this alternator, I mean I have got another alternator just in case, but because I can't afford to have the car for very too long. But I'm just going to take this off and look at the regulator. I've had vehicles in the past with the regulator is packed up on it. This little unit here, 7 unit. Could be, that's dead. So let's have a look. Apart. 3 bolts there. Problem with getting this one is I'm not sure where you get the regulators from. But you see the brushes inside, they don't look too bad. So I might try and get one of those. Now I've got the part number for it. A little bit low on the brake cleaner. Just going to brush it down. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these bolts back in for the time being. Pull away. Okay, so I've managed to get a used alternator. They say it's only done about 9,000 K. They've obviously marked it with their company to make sure that we don't send one back, because they do give it a little bit of warranty. But I'm just going to give it a little bit of clean up beforehand, before we start fitting it. Fingers crossed it works. Right, as you can see, it's raining, but I've got to get this done. put the camera under the hood, so hopefully I'm just going to try and show you that direction, because I can't have the camera the other way around because otherwise it's going to get wet. Right, so gently does it. It's got to go back in the same way it came out. So it went in that, came out that way. Just be careful of the pipe work. AC pipes. There we go. There we go, she's in there. Right, move that little thing out of the way. Oh, just thought. Lay that down there. Take that off. We'll just move that out of the way for a second. Right, so now I'm going to line this up. Now you see this hose down here, I think it's been asked about a couple of times, or a couple of people have asked me where it goes. And you'll see it when it always droops down at the bottom. See that one there? Comes off of that there. Right, so back on it. Now I've worked out where that pipe goes, that's cool. Now I've just got to fit that now. My point with 2 bolts around there. We'll start fitting them because it's a bit wet. We'll get the bottom one in first. Got to be careful I don't trap that pipe as well. Let's just put that one out of the way. At least we know where that goes. I'll move that out completely out of the way for a minute. Right. That's it. Let's get around back, get that back in. Doing everything blind here, so I have to feel, play. What's that? Then we'll put the other top bolt in the top. Yep, so I'm going to put one at the top here. In there like that. Now they've got little collars in them, they've already been loosed. Right, so we just tighten up. Screwed it in by hand. Let's get that back on. Oh, there we go, some in there. Just loosen it a little bit. Let's get the bottom one. There we go, 30mm. Let's just get in there and tighten that up. You know what I didn't do? Oh, I got that right around. Get it on the actual socket. God, they don't give you a lot of room. It's fun though. Where are you? Where's my bolt? There it is. Oh, dropped it. Now we'll be careful, nice and square. It's a nice and square this. That's it. That's done. Is that done? Aha, now the fun bit, trying to get this belt back on. Bit of a pig ass job this. Involved in one of these, using that, 2 sockets, holding the belt, and now should be able to whack that on. Yeah? Use a rope, hold the belt up, then I can put another socket, use a different socket on it, put that on there, adjust that, put it on, and we are on. What a job. Saves taking this thing off. I can't be bothered with all the aggro of that. So as you can see, the belt is now on. So it's now, that is a good tool, cracking tool that, but you just need the leverage on it. Okay, so we're going to put this back on here like so. And I've got the nut for it here. It's a little bit wet. We should just dry that off. Then we've got to screw that back on now. Like so. Helps if you put that the right around. That was the way around. Right, remember this is not over, don't over tighten, it's only a little stud coming out the alternator. You do that, you over tighten that, you've broken it. Put the cover back on there, like so. I'll leave that one for the moment because I've still got to attach that and it'll probably get in the way. Now, got a few ugly sods, so we'll keep them free for the moment. Make sure it's all plugged in down there. Now remember that hose, you've got to make sure you plug that hose in underneath. Aha, I've got to plug that in. Now that goes into, we'll move that out of the way, it's the alternator connector. That's that plug for there, but we're not going to plug it in just yet. What we're going to do first is get the bracket back in. Right, and we're going to get, let's go try and get that hose on there now. Let's see if I can get that little thing there. And find the little, it's right at the front. There we go. Where's the hole? Where's the tube? There it is. Right now, I've just, no, it's not on yet. Come on, where are you? There we are. Let's get that. That's it, that's the little rubber hose on there. Whew. Right, that's it. Hopefully this hose stayed on there. Yeah, the hose is still on there. Going to make sure that's out of the way. And we can fold that on there like that. Screws that on there. Right. And it's a matter of putting the stud back first. Where's my stud gone? Yep, still falling in. Oh, actually, right, put that back in there. Make sure it doesn't sound right. Make sure it's nice and very nice and free. That's it, it's in. Don't over tighten it when it gets there, you know it's tight. That's it. Press that one in. I'll bolt back in here. On there, we've got another bolt. It's not the right bolt. It's this long one here. Just putting that tape on there, like that, just to hold that thing. That's it. Just going in there. That's one. Oh, the tape stayed in there. Hey, it doesn't matter. Goes in there, lift that up. Like that. Nip the other one up as well. There we go. Like that. Oh, no, not on it. Like that. Then what we'll do is we'll put the nuts on. On the nut there. That's 10 mil as well. Like that. And then we've got another nut there, and so it's going to do the same thing with a little bit of tape. And then I'll lose it. So there we are, put that in there. Find the hole. This time we'll set that up. Lovely jubbly. Right. We'll put the Slot back in here. 10 mil. Like that. Plug some electrical bits up. Plug the alternator in. Looks like doobie what's it in here. Underneath here. Like plugging that thing in here. Like that. Sorry, just plugging that one in there. Lock it in. Plugging that one in there. Lock it in. That one goes into there. Lock it in. Then we've got that. Then we've got to clamp all these bits in there. So we clamp that back in there. Like that. Clamp that back in there. Just put that wire in there. Plug that in there. Clamp it in there. Plug this in here. Slot that in there. That's all right. That's all tight. That's all down. Plug, 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 plug. It's back in there, like that. You see that? Yep. Don't know if you see that. So I'm just checking these wires. I'm just checking these fuel lines are back in their location. Find out how much they charge dealership to do this. They charge a fortune. Try again with the Kugas. That there. That one there. And put that there. Close that. Right. Plug that in a second. Nice and gently does it. Short one goes here. Put that in back up, tighten that up. You can usually line it up with the little, you can usually tell what it was lined up for, so it's all nice and lined with the panel. Don't over tighten it again because it was only plastic. I feel like I over tighten that a little bit. You can just tie it like that. Right, so it's all back together. Just start with that. And I'm going to check out the voltage. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, okay, cool. So hopefully you should be able to see it between 14 and 15. Okay, I'll screw this across. Coming up. Yeah, we're at 14.85. Spot on point. So I reckon it was the actual regulator. Now, I don't think the alternator is the because the regulator is different. So that's that we've done. So that's good. So I'm happy with that. The fuel lines, diesel lines are all secure. Yeah, that's all the inputs, clamps, all there. Happy with that. All the issues now put the engine back on. It's a little bit quieter. Right there. And then it comes good. Great stuff.